The main question is, would you leave your family for 6 months to go to space? And now all the military people are just staring down, nodding their heads. Chase Lee Hockey here at the Blue Futon reviewing The Longest Goodbye. This is the first documentary, I think, out of 3 I'm going to watch at Sundance. So what is The Longest Goodbye about? This talks about a psychiatrist at NASA who are talking to these astronauts in space and also other astronauts that might go to Mars, and that might be a 3-year mission, and what it does on them, what it does on the family members, etc., etc. So did I like this film? I thought it was okay again. The problem with all these Sundance films, I'm going, it's okay. It's okay. It's okay. And I'm like, give me something that I want to be sucked into. And I haven't had that yet. Maybe because I'm doing the online ones, and that's where they're giving us the okay movies. And honestly, that's what I really think on some levels. But let's talk about the positives. So when we talk about the positives of the film, I really think it is smart that we are looking at the astronaut's perspective. Because we looked at the psychiatrist's perspective like the whole time, I would have been bored out of my mind. But we do have some good imagery of what these astronauts are seeing, what they're going through, the communications between them and their family members at Earth, because of course they're really, really far away, and it's very interesting to get their lifestyle while they're doing it. There is one couple they really didn't like hone in on, which I think they would have, which is a husband and wife who was Army and Navy, and she got in the astronaut program, and the whole relationship aspect of like, are they actually going to stay married? Is there going to be a divorce in the future? I really wish they went that route. But of course, they can't really go that route because there is no Mars missions yet. They're not in space. They went more on the route of this woman doing a 6-month tour about, playing the flute. I'm pretty sure the flute. Yeah, it's the flute, right? With her son on Earth and doing that kind of connection. So that's very interesting and fun. So in going into the negatives, though, it's more of like the storytelling perspective, like is being extremely rushed. And there's one character they brought in, which I wish they focused more on too. And that was the problem. This was only like an hour and 22-minute documentary, but the one with the Asian, he was part of a mission where I think they're in New Mexico, wherever, I don't know, just in the random deserts, could have been Nevada, and they were trying to do like a 283-day mission, just trying to be isolated with like 3 to 5 people, period diet to simulation. And after the 7th day, something happens. So there's a fight between doing the simulation or not. And of course, unfortunately, they decided not to do the simulation. And I wish that story went more just predominantly to get this isolation experiment, because it looked like the movie The Martian with Matt Damon. And so all I'm saying, if Matt Damon could do it by yourself, then my God, you guys could do it by yourself. No, I'm kind of joking. But I kind of laugh at it because, growing up military family and everything like that, and having that communication aspect, yeah, it's going to be a little bit different of like you being in space, being alone, and seeing Earth from down below than actually being like in Iraq, in Kuwait, in Afghanistan, in Saudi Arabia, etc., etc. However, like my cousin, who is doing a tour for 18 months, it's like you're in the shit. I mean, would you rather, let's be honest now, would you rather be in a space station for 6 months? I mean, of course, knowing you could die, but when you get up there, you're a scientist, you're doing stuff, or be in gun battles in Iraq, Afghanistan, and shit like that for 18 months. So it's one of those pros and cons where you're like, this movie could have been for anyone. It could have been a military family perspective. It could have been an astronaut's perspective. Shit, it could be a truck driver's perspective, like being on the road for a lot of months at a time, not seeing their family either. Of course, there's like human contact, but I think the overall premise of the movie, they were trying to do something unique and different about the astronauts. But when you just dig deeper into the overall core of it, there's plenty of jobs on Earth right now that people don't see their families for quite some time. But that 3-year one to Mars, I wish they focused more on that. But overall, it's an okay documentary. I think I would still give it in a little bit of the positive range because of good imagery. It is short, it is sweet, and it does give a perspective of what astronauts do go through. So The Longest Goodbye will receive a 3 out of 5 with Futons, which equals at 60%. So see the critics' news scores gave this one. So you have critics a 71% with 7 of them, no critic consensus yet. So I saw some of them. Some of them said it's a dry documentary. Some of them said it's short. No one was giving like 100%. So I think the 71% it's going to stay, to me, in the 60 to 75%. That's where it's going to stay. So 60, 71, Chase Out with the Blue Futon. Like, comment, subscribe. Let me know if things Futontopia. You Futonians, take a watch. Have a great day. Like I said, I think I want to watch 2 more documentaries. The Iron Butterflies, as well as one that I didn't even like pay attention to, but it's about this like attack on the subway station in Tokyo in 1995. And I read that, I'm like, okay, that sounds like the documentary I probably should have done first.